fact is, you see, the fact is that these are songs. They are good songs, well programmed, everything.
Yeah.
If only they meet the category definitions, then why not? They could be nominated.
Yeah. What if there are no categories for them to even be?
Which category are we talking about?
Well, then that's a different conversation.
The viral thing.
If you listen to cameraman. Cameraman is how do we call it? Amapiano.
Yes.
But do we nominate Amapiano songs in our do we have any category for it? Like that? If we don't, then obviously, unless maybe they are trying to clump everything and call it Afro beats, then they may want to put them in there. But if not, then they might. But I know I have information that the VGMAs are going to do a lot of reviews with regards to the categorization and all that after this year's edition. So obviously, maybe these are some of the things they will look at, because music grows. Just like language, music grows. So if you are stuck with the same definitions and the same categories for over 24 years, then there's a problem.
Might be problematic.
Do you get it? So I know they are working at that, and I mean that's the information I gather, that they are going to look at some of the categorization and review of some of these things.
But I think that one thing people fail to look at when it comes to awards is that it's also about representation.
Okay.
So you have a song. When you're nominated, you can win. Right, and when you win, you represent something.
Yes.
So you're gonna represent that genre or that industry, whatever. So these things also play out. So you have a song, video is terrible, production is terrible, but the song is viral. Trust me, you're not gonna win Song of the Year.
Okay, I think those things should also be considered,
because your song is not so quote unquote a good representation of who we want to be. Who want to be seen as. So all these things count. You know, you just don't do a song.
All right. So I mean, that was also just part of the conversation. I was looking at how some of these songs were getting to the scheme. It was a cry out by a lot of people. So I was trying to understand from NY and then Akwesi what can be done. And you know, NY just mentioned actually that VGMA is looking at, you know, reviewing some of these things, bringing up new categories, redefining some of them as well. VGMAs happened, the 24th edition happened, and it was last Saturday. So many things to walk away with, but then let's run through the winners. And then we start a conversation over here. We are live on Facebook at Y1025, and you can watch the live stream. Make sure you are sharing, commenting as well. Like the main page for YFM. It's at Y1025 on Facebook. All right. We're looking at the VGMAs. So best hip hop act went to Black Sherif. We have best Afrobeat, Afropop artist going out to Kamido. Best Afrobeat song, Sugarcane, the remix by Kamido. Afropop song, the best one. Okay, I think that one wasn't here. Let me get it. So best music video went to Sarkodie. Best gospel song went to YMEA. Best gospel artist went to PCS. Best hip life song. Skipping that one too. Best EP. Okay, let me try and get it from this side. Now some of them are not in there. Let me get on to nydjlive.com and get the food thing, because what I have here,
but I could share some with you though. So
all right,
gospel
let's
song
continue.
of the year, obviously PCS YMEA. Best male vocal performance, Perez Music. Best female vocal performance, Niela, Nothing Is Too Hard. Best hip live song, Friday Night Last Made. Best hip hop song of the year, Kweku the Traveler, Black Sherif. Best collaboration of the year, Countryside, Sarkodie featuring Black Sherif. International collaboration of the year, Kamido, Sugarcane. That's the remix, features King Promise, American. Best Afro pop song, Stone Boy Therapy. Best gospel artist, PSC Esther. Best Afrobeat song, Kamido won again. Best reggae dancehall song, Episode with Atia. We had best music video, Black Sherif, Konongo Zongo. Lifetime achievement went to Abrechi Bakofi Same. Best African artist went to Asake. We had best high life song, Kevin Boy Down Flat. Best Afrobeats, King Promise. Songwriter of the year, Perez Music, Daz Hewale Lala. Best high life artist went to Kofi Kenata. Producer of the year, MOG Beats. Best hip hop artist, Sarkodie. Best reggae dancehall artist went to Stone Boy. Best rap performance, Amrado with Obiabwa. Audio Engineer of the Year, and that is tied to the Record of the Year. So whoever wins the Record of the Year, the producer for that one wins the Audio Engineer of the Year. So Jackie won the Record of the Year with Far Away, and it was produced by Ultra Nova. Best New Artist went to Last Meet. Album of the Year or EP of the Year went to Kim Promise 5-star. Vodafone Green Award went to Walasi. Vodafone's Most Popular Song of the Year, Black Sheriff, Quick the Traveler. And Artist of the Year, Black Sheriff.
Okay, so guys, that's the list of winners for the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, the one that just happened on Saturday, the previous weekend. The winners out there. Okay, see, let's look at the categories, the winners. We are not here to talk about who deserved it or not, but then with you, looking at the nominees and the winners that came out, what would you like to, comments you would like to pass on that?
Okay. So let me start by saying this was like the first time in like 5-6 years that I stayed up to watch the awards.
Oh, you always sleep?
Yeah, it's not really about the sleeping, but staying up because of it. Okay. For some time, I wouldn't say I lost interest, but the energy to stay up and watch it wasn't really there. But this one, it was sort of coincidental. I mean, this time is NBA playoff season.
Okay.
So I was waiting
basketball guy.
Sports guy, really.
Okay.
I was waiting for the Lakers Warriors game. It was about the same time, so I was shuffling in between. I watched this one for a while, I watched that one for a while. So I stayed through. Even though I missed some moments, I stayed through. So and it was good. Generally, I think it was good. In terms of the awards and who won, who did not win, I think that by and large, for me, was a pretty good job based on the nominations. Right? I mean, let's get past who was supposed to be nominated or not. Once they got nominated, out of the people who got nominated, for most of the categories, I'm not mad. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Am I?
Yes, I'll touch on that, but before that, let me say thanks to Tata Motors Ghana.
Oh yeah.
You remember yesterday we went on a rant about how they had actually parked one of the cars out there, and I shared the video online as well, and they responded to that. Apparently they moved the car, they relocated the car.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
So I want to say thanks to them for actually listening. In as much as I had a problem, I mean, the thing is that they've taken it from there, so at least people who use the road will be safe. Now back to the VGMAs. With regards to who won what and who did not win what, often they will say, did you vote? I mean, I think it's about time we moved away from that whole assertion about did you vote or did you not vote.
Come on, man.
There's a reason why particular categories are voted for by industry, and that's to say that when you leave things to the general public, not to disrespect anybody's knowledge on music or anything, there are certain things when you leave to the public, they vote based because of affiliation or who they like, and not because of the quality of the work.
No technicalities, nothing.
Do you get it? So often when you say did you vote, and then again there's a flaw with regards to the voting. For me, if there's any kind of voting that does not allow one man to a vote, it's flawed. For a system where somebody can buy as many votes or
vote
buy
multiple times,
20,000 cedis worth of credit and vote for one person, and then I mean that's flawed.
Yes.
Do you get it? There should be
a question mark over
there should be a system where every machine or every IP or every whatever should be able to vote only once.
Yes.
Then at least that makes it a bit more credible.
That's
but unfortunately, over the years, this is what we've been doing. Maybe as they look at reviewing some of these things, they should consider this as well. Let's find out a way where one IP to one vote or one line to one text or something that makes it better.
I don't get why when votes is involved, it's valid for just like you're saying one person to one vote. When we're doing general elections, one person can't vote multiple times.
Yes.
Or that voting is different from this kind of vote.
Because this voting is about monetization.
Exactly, this is about monetization.
It's about money.
The more you vote, the more you make the money.
It's about money.
And it's wrong. Like you say, it's flawed.
I
should be entitled to just one vote.
It's about money, really.
One vote for one category.
It's about money.
So that's one of my challenges. But with regards to the winners, like Chrissy said, pretty much everybody who won deserved to win. I only had a challenge with some of the categories, and I know people people were also shocked, especially when Perez Music picked like 2 awards on the night.
Yeah.
Because he was more like an underdog. Nobody paid attention to him. People were thinking of all the popular names we know already.
But he had been nominated a couple of times. Yeah.
Exactly. So, for me, I wasn't really shocked.
Myself too.
Especially considering the songs with which he got the nomination.
Yes.
And it was a good one.
Yeah.
And then again, I look at the album of the year. Now, that's where 5 Star from King Promise won.
Yeah.
And looking at the category definition, I was hopeful that Black Sheriff would win. I mean, I think Black Sheriff himself was really hopeful of winning that particular category. And for me, the reason why I thought Black Sheriff best deserved it was the fact that I don't think any album in Ghana generated that much excitement than that of Black Sheriff.
Yes, when you look at the category definition, he checked all the boxes.
I mean, no, you see, every nominee in there checked all the boxes, but then there were those who had some extras above the others. You could all be in the same classroom, you are all good, you pass your exams all right, but somebody might have an A, somebody might have a B.
Yeah,
exactly. So I don't think any album from Ghana generated that much excitement.
Category.
Exactly, it generated that much excitement than Black Sherry is the villain I never was did. Not just in Ghana, all over the world. I mean, it went on to the charts, it was doing numbers, he had all the celebrities all over the world talking about it, chatting in Nigeria for the first time by any Ghanaian artist. And not just that, it had a number of hit songs on there as well.
I was getting to that. Almost every song on the tape had the attention.
It had a number of hit songs on there. Aside that, sound quality, production wise, it was top notch. King Promise album also had an amazing production, sound quality, beautiful. But for me, I think it didn't have enough bars done Black Sherry's own did. And then again, it didn't have more popular songs than Black Sherry's own did. Do you get it? So for me, I thought that Black Sherry will have an upper hand on that part. Exactly. But I mean, but regardless, at the end of the day, so far as they were nominated, they truly deserved it. So for me, with regards to the nominations, who won what, I think fairly it was quite a good show.
7:36 on the radio YFM 102.5. Good morning to everyone who has their eyeball on YFM's Facebook. Good morning to Ayibolo. Okay, Moses. Good morning to B Joy. Good morning to Asamoah was saying Sylvester is watching us on Facebook. Good morning to Amwa Enoch. When you're watching, please make sure you're sharing. If there's anything you'd like to say concerning what we are discussing, please feel free and make your views be known. Send them through. You can come through WhatsApp to 0246 807 545, or if you use Twitter, hashtag is Rise and Shine. I will see what you have there and read it out. All right, Rise and Shine hashtag, and that's Y1025 on Twitter. That's how you come through. Now we've looked at the nominees, the winners, and anything at all that came with it. Like I'm saying, people who failed, some people deserved it better than the other people.
It's always going to be like that.
Yes, it's always. I mean, it's something that happens every year.
But let me say something small on what NY said about the voting and when you leave it open to people. Let me make this analogy in sports. You see, say you take Messi, take Ronaldo. They won a lot of awards, right? But it was in an era where it wasn't just a technical committee choosing. That is why. Because they were popular guys, and it was football captains and journalists voting. So their popularity put them at the top for so long. Because if it was like that in the days of Zidane and Ronaldo, they would have done the same. But at that time it was a technical committee. So if you don't deserve it that year, you're not getting it. But now popularity plays a big role in it. So even in years where they didn't really have the form, they were Real Madrid and Barca, those were big clubs, and they would do campaigns and let people, hype, and they could get in there. So it's really true what you say. And about the 5-star thing, like I said, I'm not mad if King Promise wins. I don't think it's a bad choice.
No.
But let me attempt a sort of an explanation as to why I think he won. I feel like for him, the packaging of the album itself, forget about the songs in there and all that, the album 5-star was quite well publicized in terms of 5-star as an album. So you can meet an industry person and ask them, what's the name of Black Sherry's album? They might think a little bit before they mention it.
Because of the name?
Yes, because they know the songs on the album.
But
the name didn't sort of ring like that.
I think I will agree with you.
So it's like the way Sarkodie publicized Highest.
Yes.
That album, that particular album, then the name of the album as a package, as a product, was really, really well publicized.
I was sold,
very, very well sold. So like Kim Promise, if you say 5-star, people know the album. People are not even know the songs on it, but the 5-star as a name, as a product, was quite well sold.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's true.
So that suggests that sat well with people. People could actually easily remember that name than the villain I never was.
A lot of people don't even know the villain I never was. They know Procon the Traveler, they know this, they know that.
They know
but if you mention the album,
Mm-hmm.
they might struggle a little bit. But
that's true.
Maybe that's why.
Okay, so that's just about it. Now let's switch into the other side of the conversation. I saw NY make a post about VGMA getting serious with so many things, and I 100% agreed. At the point I got peeved, I wanted to walk out from the room.
Okay, you were there.
No, watching it. Okay. I was so pissed at the point. That's me, and I'm sure there are other people who had that same feeling when they were watching the VGMAs. I think the engagement, the conversation around the hosts, the people who were hosting the event, were even longer than some of the performances. They had conversations around the same thing all the time. So who do you think is winning artist of the year? So last year, we know about last year. We are not here to talk about last year. Who won last year or who did not win, what somebody did last year. We are talking about this year. Some of the conversations were needless. I don't know if I'm being too harsh, but then some of the engagements, they will talk, bring on stage DJ Azone 2 to check. Come on, man. You did that on the red carpet. There was a red carpet for Fashion Police, looking at what people are wearing, which also took a very long time to do. You make another vex. It's all about me. Let me leave that to you. I'll start with NYDG.
Okay. Well, so for me, having sat on the board for 3 music awards, I know how some of these things play out. You might have everything right from production and whatever, and on the night things might just mess you up, especially when you are producing for live TV. It's such a serious. That's not to kind of get an excuse for them. No, because I mean obviously elsewhere it's done. Let's not forget what we watch on the BET and all that. These are taped events, so they have the opportunity to go back and edit and cut all those flaws out so that we see what is best. But unfortunately for us, we've always been broadcasting it live from the venue. So whenever any challenge happens, we all get to see it. We all get to know what is happening. Now, from the VGMAs, what I realized was that the red carpet took too long a time.
Come on, man.
You see, the fact is, not everybody gets to be on the red carpet. Do you get it? Not everybody gets to be on the red carpet. I don't know what was going on in there, the reason why the red carpet took that long. Not everybody is supposed to be on the red carpet. So what you do is that if you have guests who are supposed to be on the red carpet, they are well informed, they are in the know already, because you sent your invitations out already.
Exactly.
So they are well informed, they are well in the know. Let them know that, listen, red carpet starts at 7, at 8 we are done. If you are not there by then, unfortunately you just walk into the auditorium, you take your seat. Simple. So that you know that it's taking just 1 hour.
There are big events that people like Beyonce and all these fashion icons went that they didn't even get on the red carpet.
Exactly. Do you get it? So if you are late, that's it. If you respect just time, if you are late, you just move in, you grab your seat, and you're okay to go. So we need to be very careful about how long we are spending on the red carpet. And again, what is the essence of the red carpet? Are we really getting the essence of the red carpet? Let's not forget that music obviously goes with the fashion and all there is to it. So obviously it's okay that we want to have a red carpet before the event. Let's see how our celebrities are looking and walking and all that. Let's put a spotlight on some of these fashion houses who are clothing them all along.
It's all in the
an
industry.
Opportunity. Do you get it? It's an ecosystem. All these people are in the system. So it's a good thing. But to take about 2 hours on the red carpet, doing what? Telling us what? And we're asking the same questions. Can you do a 360? Can you do a that? Can you do
what
a that?
What are you wearing?
The same thing. Do you get it? And it's been repeated like every year.
24 years.
Do you get it? So the red carpet for me was too long a time. like I said, I don't know. Maybe they had the prompters and maybe they were telling them there's a challenge inside.
Yeah.
They are not
So
done
drag it
yet.
a little bit.
So drag it a little bit.
But then NY, when there's a challenge, I don't know other things we can do.
This is a live show. So what do? Do you get it? It's a live show. Okay, there are moments you might be emceeing an event and it gets to a point where there's supposed to be a speaker.
Yes,
and then the signal
yes.
to you that listen, the speaker is 5
Kasa
minutes
kaka.
away. So try and engage the audience.
Hold on, let's
Yeah.
So at times these things happen, especially when they are live events.
But
so that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to hold
yes,
grudge for them in that relations, but it does happen. But again, the red carpet too long a time. Now let's get into the event proper. Like you said, the MCs, the hosts. For the first time, they introduced like 4 of them.
Yeah, 4.
Like 4 of them, and at some point you find them talking. You see, when you watch the BETs, when you watch all those stuff, yeah, there are moments you find individuals in the crowd try to engage them, have a conversation, but that's quite snappy.
Very short.
The information they
Very
pass
short.
on is very essential. Try to grab some news or a headline from somebody, and quick, we move on to the next.
Very
but
short.
Unfortunately, we found our people engaging in the same conversations over and over and over again, and almost every time. And these were all dragging performances, amazing performances by the artists. I think one of the performances I had a challenge with was it
Last Meet?
Last Meet? I mean, Last Meet's
Oh yeah,
performance.
that performance was
I mean,
terrible.
I don't know what was going on, but I don't know what's going on with him, because I think that was one of the worst performances of the night.
Quite underwhelming.
Yeah,
And
I will agree with you.
because considering the song, the magnitude of the song, the weight of the song, it was only right that he could have actually nailed it with that performance. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way. But you know, artists and performers have their bad days. You never know.
Yeah.
They could have a bad day. But then again, I looked at Medical's performance as well. Earlier in the day, I had seen snippets of how it was going to look like. So I was really anticipating how it was going to look like. But there were technical challenges as well, especially with microphone sound. You know, from where AJ Sapon was trying to welcome him, have that conversation with him, and then he will go address his nation or his state before he moves into the crowd. And you could see the bloggers all following with their cameras and all. This was not the time for bloggers to be following him and to be filming.
It was wrong.
Do you get it? I just didn't get it. And it had to go on and on until they got onto the stage. And please, Medical, listen, he's going big, and it's important that he gives off his best performance. You can't give a 50% to the fans who were there. He was panting all over.
Yeah.
You could see that he was running out of breath. And performance is not just about shouting on stage.
No.
That's one thing we need to tell our rappers and artists.
You've got to be fit.
Do you get it? But to be shouting and all about and panting all throughout the performance, come on, that's not it. If this is a craft you've chosen to do, they need to build yourself for it, because there are moments you get on stage and performing for over an hour, and if for 10 minutes you were panting like this, imagine if you are supposed to do a 1 hour session or 1 hour performance.
That'll be shambolic.
Do you get it? So I think he needs to pay attention to that. Either he hits the gym or he starts exercising, so that at least he's able to control his breath and all that. Apart from that, I think all the other performances were okay. Jackie, I think, would also have to work a little bit. Who else? I like the performance from the gospel artists as well. The only challenge was that it looked like everybody was trying to outshine the other, so there were a bit of shouting.
They were competing amongst themselves.
But I mean, the star of the night we all knew was PSC Esther.
At the point, sorry to cut you. At the point, it felt like the owner of the song was the one who was invited to join the venue. At the point, it felt like she was invited to join them.
But I mean, that was the opportunity to introduce the song to the world, because I think right after the performance they released the video, the official video on YouTube. So for me, apart from that, I think everything was.
We'll still look at the performances, time issues, and all that. Before I come to our question, let me run this through on Facebook. Shouts to everyone watching. DJ Flo is watching. I want the one. I think it's getting to summer, so it's not really cold, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Good morning to you. Good morning to Ima Black says you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Good morning to Barat Busam, who's watching. Nana Boahema is also watching. When you watch, you like, comment, and share. If you have anything to say about the VGMAs, you share with us as well. Now say Frimsy Enterprise say opposite when you have quality kettles, when you have quality blenders. home theater, the boom, kama pam. Why do you also work clubs? Now show one with them. And the Abra, now say Flimsy Enterprise. And you know, Kwana, now say, machine said the Pama, you win your flat screen TVs. Your sizes BIB, your brands BIB, all types. When your iron, so now say Flimsy Enterprise. Now say, our ceiling fans, or standing fans, or wall fans. Display fridges. And on your once a fridge ni bo na umbi so hu de gunyina. That's what we call a display fridge for commercial purposes. If you have a business, and you can go get that one. Tabletop fridges and your double top fridges, and so I want to say Flimsy Enterprise. The chair crani Roman Hill. Uju ade buso BBS up and say you bet you. And after 0247 766 289 0247 766 289 0247 766 289 and at 0541 030 811 0541 030 811 0541 030 811 Edini and Nase Flimsy Enterprise. In Drive still asking you to download it from your various stores. For the Android OS, it is the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, sorry. And then for the Apple users, is the Apple App Store. You get to download it. It's spelled INDRIVE. INDRIVE. You download it, you get to negotiate on how much you are willing to pay for a ride, even before the car will come and get you. So before the driver comes, you've all agreed on the price you're paying. Okay, so make sure you download it so you can ride smooth and comfortably. In Drive, choose your rides. Y102.5 FM. We here with Rise and Shine till 9 a.m. Let's talk about the stigma that comes with people living with HIV, people having tuberculosis, HIV, and also TB patients. You can call WAPCAS toll free number 0800 123 555. 0800 123 555 is toll free. 0800 123 555 or 020 4917 521 020 4917 521 020 4917 521.
Just some cranny. See, pop me a day. My mentor kakra. Who body boy from papa. Who names Sanya Wee? A sexual harassment. A police phobia me at you. Who haven't police to me and a gummy bag. Some Luxelite deodorant and Madieni and Memansudini.
Wow, Luxelite deodorant. Said it here, European standard power.
And Kawon Hussein, now would Jerry Bobby Gumo to Mua. 48 hours. Ramsa.
Nature say on a horror, a Memadia storm, run wild, and a legend.
Sanetie.
A man should hear obsession, instant crash, and a mademoiselle.
More and a temptation ye, and so both men and women. Kumasi to phone for 0240 15 2204. Accra 0248 315 258.
Luxelite deodorant. Mikopebi over the nearest cosmetic shop.
FDA Aji Ejedi Nkratoyatu.
Sweetie, so you near me pero.
Fancy apple cider.
Guys, I've had a Michelle. Wait, a super refreshing non-alcoholic beverage. Fancy apple cider. Taste to the refreshing. And now many guys say she and one echo.
Fancy apple cider.
Fancy apple cider.
So Pedro for La Keb Unique Company Limited. It was 020 830 1188. Fancy apple cider, a product from Spain.
Servo fancy apple cider. Our event biase.
Fancy apple cider.
This advert is FDA approved.
Your breakfast got served with swag. Stay awake, rise and shine on YFM 102.5.
Welcome back. It's YFM still. We're still streaming live on Facebook. I need your eyeballs over there. Good morning to Jeffy Scientist says I'm watching you live. Keep the fire burning. Portfolio wasn't here today. Says we didn't allow NY to do the morning do today. I know what he's trying to talk about. Shouts to Kuami. Interesting conversation, guys. Thank you so much, Portfolio. Your name is Asempa Furniture Works. Says this morning show is so amazing from Adum Kumasi. All right, appreciate that. Lots of messages over here. Keep them coming. So NY was done with a submission about some of the things that happened during the course of the awards show, and for people like us who have a bit of knowledge and reason or idea about some of these things that happen in between events, especially when it's live, we understand. But then my plea was, this has happened for so many years now. We've done it for 24 years now, and we know, we're humans, we know, we work with technology, things will happen. Some machine will mess up somewhere. I remember to sway a bit, Three Music Sadiq was saying so many things about everything was okay. I think few minutes to go, and then boom.
He was sorry, I need to cut it because I was there, and it was crazy.
At that point, you had to pray.
It was crazy because everything was set, red carpet was done. And, for the first time we had like 5 stages. We're looking at using about 7 different cameras. And this was live production. We had people from South Africa come through to work everything out. And most of these live events, you need to use that OB. There's an OB van. Which they had actually rented. And when everything had moved from the red carpet, it was coming into the auditorium. Now that car, which has to do all the transmission, everything went off. Everything went off. And they tried setting up everything and it wouldn't work. I remember Francis Doku had to go back to TV3 to go bring some cables to try work things. Oh man,
still didn't work.
Well,
that's crazy.
They are still backstories. So some of these things happen. See, Sadiq had to go and sit in his car, call Chief Imam. As at that time, that late, Chief Imam would not be picking calls at that time, but because of his affiliation, had to call his dad and whatever. I mean, if you believe in spirituality, they prayed and told him to go and sit in his car and relax, and whatever. And then a few minutes later, Step actually calls, "Hey Baba, Charlie, we are good to go." Like, wow,
just like that.
I mean, things happen, but it's all good.
So I mean, that was just to buttress the point. So guys, my point is, so you see, we do these videos. The one that had Miss V talking about music and why she does music. I think they recorded a lot of that the previous years. So they'll be playing that of Black Sherry, they'll be playing that of Sarkodie. I think, I don't know, but then that could even make up for, trust me,
could fill in.
Yes, if people are watching these things, Omadrim Pumba to say you have technical issues.
Right.
But then the point where people will be talking plenty, inviting, already redoing the red carpet things in the auditorium. I mean, not everybody will understand what is happening. People will just be peeved.
Let me say something. I think NY mentioned something. He said, if you respect time, let people go in. But VGMA has never really respected time. It's what it is.
Never.
It's never been part of it. Maybe they have a kick out of people staying all through to like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. Maybe they get a kick out of that.
They should just tell us.
They've never really respected time like that.
They should tell us till Mama drops.
So that it's never been like that.
Fall asleep.
I watched.
Sorry, let me cut in here. You remember a couple of years back, the VGMAs were trying to respect time by having industry night before the main awards. So that some of the categories like male vocal
those awards will be done.
These are industry awards. They'll be done at night before the main. Irrespective of that, they still couldn't meet time on the day.
They were still behind time.
I think it's all it's a mindset thing, and it dovetails into what I'm about to say. I think that yes, like NY said, we are all involved in live events. Things can go wrong, but I believe people who do live events should take a cue from radio and TV stations, right? When you listen to a radio station or you watch a TV station, that's a live event every 3 hours or every 1 hour, whatever you are listening to, and it runs like clockwork. When you wake up in the morning at 6 a.m., you want to hear the news. Whether the newscaster's mom died yesterday night or not, you don't give a hoot. You want to hear the news, and the news comes on.
It counts.
Somebody wakes up at 4 so that you can listen to the news at 6.
Exactly.
Right? So I feel, yes, issues can happen, but we've got to understand that it has to be better. So we've got to make efforts at being better. That's where I have an issue with the VGMA, because it's been so long.
Yes.
Over 20 years.
Yes.
You know, so if there's attention on that part and getting it better, it would have been. Because you look at the stage for the first one, which Kuami Sefakai hosted, I stayed through and watched that. And look at the stage for this one. There's been improvement because they've got their eyes on that.
Yeah.
But there's no improvement here because they've not got their eyes on that. They don't think it really matters much. That is why I've not made that progress. Okay, so I feel that's where the issue is. We don't think it's important enough to put in what we need to put in to make sure these things don't happen. Because like you watch TV, they say the show is 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
9 is 9. You know, and it's every day. You're doing it once a year. So I'm not saying it's the same thing, but you can learn something.
I get the analogy.
You can learn some things from that. And the whole thing about, so NYZ, let me ask him, when there's a big event like that, apart from the musicians rehearsing, is the whole show rehearsed?
Yeah, some of them are rehearsed, but I don't know about others. I remember I had been with 3 Music Awards for like 5 years since its inception.
Okay.
I remember even the last one, for instance, everything was rehearsed. The only thing that was not rehearsed was Black Sherry's performance.
Okay.
As in, the performance was rehearsed, but as in the water dropping down, that wasn't rehearsed. So he himself didn't even know how the water was going to come down.
Wow.
Yes, he didn't even have an idea. But every other performance, I remember Jay Foley and all, they all did the dry run, did the show run to make sure that they know who is coming in from where, who is doing what. And luckily, that auditorium, the Grand Arena, was actually given out for a number of days, because even the setup, because remember, we had like 5 different stages.
Yes.
So we had to take the whole arena for like a whole week, set up everything, and have those dry runs.
I feel that aside the musicians, and I'm not even saying that I know they rehearsed, because some of them it didn't sound like they rehearsed. It didn't look like they rehearsed.
I'm sure most of them did not rehearse.
You know, so even aside that, you are talking about the MCs and you know the telepathy between them and all that. I'm not sure they rehearsed anything like that. I'm not sure they did.
Maybe with what I saw, with where I'm sitting, with what I saw, it felt like the intro, the first part of it was rehearsed.
After that,
when was scripted,
then you leave it open to being spontaneous, and not everybody is good when they are spontaneous.
Trust me. Yes.
You know, so all these things, it comes into play. Who is going to be the MC, their personality, all these things, you know. So I feel that's where the issues are. I don't think the whole show A to Z is properly rehearsed, you know. So you might have issues there. And with the performances, some of them I feel is not excusable, like Jackie. Like, yes, because I feel like right now, maybe she does not see herself where I see her, but I feel like she's there, she's up there. And she's had a lot of opportunities to get it right, but I've not really seen that. She's had so many big stages, right? I won't falter if the first one, second one, there are issues, but by now, because I feel like she's here when it comes to the music industry. Like the females right now, I feel like she's at the top of it, but the performances need to cut it. I remember Sarkody's first MTV Africa Awards. Performance wasn't great. He had not yet learned how to use a different tone for the stage. Sometimes people get on stage and they want to sing or perform like they're in a studio. It doesn't cut out the same way.
Yes.
But after that, Sarkodie has grown, he has improved. So I expect to see that. For Last Mid, I've not been really following his show, so I don't know whether this was his biggest night and he was sort of taken over by the occasion or whatever. I don't really know, but I feel a lot of preparation didn't go into his performance. He rehearsed, he planned in terms of the stagecraft, but I feel he could have even done a mashup of his songs instead of doing just one. Let's go like 2-3 songs that people would love to listen to.
Yes.
And did the arrangement better. You don't need to go with live if it won't work for you. You don't need to go with a live band if it will not work for you. Coming back to Jackie, it was live band, right?
Yeah, she did live band.
maybe the live band doesn't work for her.
No, but I've seen Jackie do live performances,
and it was good.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
So that's what I'm saying. I was really shocked at her performance, and I feel she needs to up it. Because listen, I've watched Jackie perform before.
Yeah,
amazing performer.
Because
I watched, that she brings around this excitement when she's on stage. So I was surprised.
Because I watched that event they had in Accra where Asha came.
Yeah, the global.
I wasn't really excited by her performance again. So I don't really know what it is, but she has to get to that point where her music is. You know, she really has to get to that point. Last Mid was underwhelming. I mean, I felt bad for him. Like the way the whole thing was going.
Yes,
it's like
it was
the mic sound, and the beat was not syncing.
Yeah.
And I think that affected him a little bit. So later the energy wasn't really there.
I mean, it will get to you.
Yeah,
it will get to you.
For him, I sort of understand because I feel like he's quite new in the game. But
that is why I have an issue. So it comes back to the rehearsal thing.
Yeah.
When he dropped Friday night, there were some things he was doing to promote the song, to keep the song out there, like doing live renditions of it, live performances, going to Glitch Nigeria. He did this live, and I think that even sold the song more than the original video because it was tight, it was good, it was on point, it was rehearsed. He took time, rehearsed it, and delivered. So this is a big stage. This is Ghana's biggest night when it comes to music. I think he could have done better. But looking at what he previously did, when the song came out, and that was, you would cut him some slack because that was pre-recorded and all that. But then he still rehearsed it, he still performed it. Yeah,
but are we sure he had the opportunity to rehearse though?
Well,
we're not sure about that yet.
As it stands, we don't know. But for me, I think somebody said that he's sure some of the artists that didn't rehearse or didn't practice before. And I'm like, listen, if I were VGMA, you are built to perform. I mean, how dare you say you want to rehearse? If you're not rehearsing, you're not getting on that stage.
I think it should be like
Charterhouse as producers of that event. If an artist, if you build an artist, I don't know the contracts and whatever they sign with these artists, but if you are due to perform on such a big stage and you don't show up for rehearsals, I'm sorry. There should be that clause, there should be that term in your contract where if you don't meet that, you are not performing. If you are being paid, you refund the money, whatever it is. A lot of artists don't take rehearsals serious.
Yes, I think it should come like NY is saying. If you have to perform, okay, so this is part of whatever you're doing. Rehearsal at this time, 3 rehearsals
don't
before,
show up,
like something, it should be in there.
Because so I feel like the system we've got now, if the rehearsal isn't really on point, then you need to be an experienced performer to be able to navigate. So when I was at that festival organized by Chance the rapper in December, Sarkodie has similar issues coming on stage. His voice and the beat, it wasn't syncing. So he had to chuck the earpiece because usually it's from that. What he's listening to in his ear is not what we are listening to. There's a time lag in there. So he had to take it off. But if you are inexperienced, you might still go with it and still struggle with it. So sometimes it takes experience to navigate some of these things, right? But generally, I feel some of the artists really need to work on them. And that thing about projection, when it's a live performance, you need to project differently from when you're in the studio. In the studio, you have the mic, it's a controlled environment, there's no noise, it's being recorded on a PC, whatever, it will come out nice. But when you go on the stage, you see the way Blacko was projecting. I saw somebody type something on his WhatsApp like, wow, Blacko is loud. Like, you've got to project, people need to hear you. People need to hear
doing
you.
Doing it live is different from recording in the studio.
Very, very different. So when you get on the stage and you just want to perform the song because like people know the song, and so when you do it, they will sing along.
Exactly.
The energy is different. You need to bring them into the song for them to really feel the song. On a normal day, Stonebwoy will do his song. I listen to it on radio, I'm feeling it. But he comes on stage, if he doesn't like jump around and get me to move, I might not feel it. It's like that. So they've got to really understand these things. And for medical zone, I think it's all a matter of doing cardio. It's got to do more cardio. Go to the gym, do more cardio. Because See, the thing, we watch these American artists, we look up to them, they put in work. So they're in the gym, they are working. You know, it's got to put in more cardio to get his breath control better.
Sorry, I remember. Anyway, do you remember when Sarko Dia started posting videos of his workout? And people were like, now they had no idea. I was the last time I was watching this. There was this short docu series done by, I think, Post Malone.
Yeah,
he was recently on tour.
Yeah,
and he had to hit the gym.
Exactly.
So aside working on the vocals, blah blah blah, one other thing that was very imperative was his breath control, his stamina. Cause when they are on tour, they stand on stage
back to back,
sometimes 2 hours.
Yes,
non-stop.
And the next day you're performing again.
The next day you're performing. It's like a week. It's a run.
Yeah.
So in as much as whatever you're doing, the other things, logistics, whatever, you need to also put some
energy.
effort into
your energy has to be
your
there.
health.
Yeah.
So you can, because the fans are coming there. They don't care you were at Aswasi yesterday. Today you are at Asafo.
Yeah.
I need
and they
that same energy. Yeah, I paid money. I don't care whether you are tired or you didn't sleep. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, I just watched this interview that Kiddy granted to Sikose, and Sika was actually asking Kiddy why he decided to postpone the North American tour and stayed off and all that. And you see, I perfectly understood him. As a creative, there are times you get worn out. There are things you love to do. They don't excite you any longer
anymore.
And so at that point in time, you just need to stay back and try to analyze everything and see if you still want to do this, or how do you go about it. That was Kiddy's situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was Kiddy. So it's not like Kiddy was. So when I saw the report saying he had heart stroke, you remember, I think we had that conversation here.
Yeah, we did.
And said he had heart stroke and I had that. I was like, yo. But obviously I was not the one going to speak to it, because they didn't even speak to it. The fact is that young man, since he got into the industry for like 7 years,
had no break.
Had been on it back to back to back to
back. The guy is always there, like,
do you get it?
Running around
back to back. So at times you get worn out. And you need to sit back and relax. Maybe just shut yourself out from anyone else and get it back before you're able to get it. Would you realize that even his performance at the VGMAs was not the real Kiddy kind of,
that's true.
It tells you he's still not fully back.
Recovered.
Do you get it? So we just need to understand some of these things. Artists need to hit that, especially those who are doing the rap. See, if you are singing, you might not necessarily have to move around with all that energy and all that. But when you are rapping and you're jumping about, and for rap, it's consistent. You're going all the time.
Exactly.
Do you get it? If you are singing, you can do then you have that long break. But if you are rapping back to back, so if you are not exercising and you think it's just about entering the booth and recording and getting on stage and jumping around, then I'm sorry.
So the thing you mentioned about Kiddy, I didn't know this was the case, but if it was, it's good he took a break, because you could actually die from that. That's what killed Avicii.
A lot of people.
That's what killed Avicii. Avicii was touring too much.
He was
back to back. He was doing videos complaining about it. The label didn't really take it seriously. Then he overdosed, because you get to a point your energy can't keep up anymore, so you need things to help you. So Avicii started taking extra things, drugs and stuff like that. He overdosed, he died. This can happen to any artist.
Demi Lovato also, as a result of this, became a drug addict, because there was always that pressure for her to perform.
They're touring out there. They're touring out there is crazy. When the label sign you and they are putting your tour like out there, the artists we see when they are going on tour out there, it's no joke.
It's a crazy thing.
By the time I listened to an interview by Chris Brown, and it was like there was a point people were saying he was sick, but he wasn't sick. He was losing a lot of weight, but it was because he was touring. I know he dances, so the rehearsal before the show, performance during the show, he was like, I was eating but I was losing weight because I'm dancing practically every night.
Every night.
You know, so the touring is intense, and you know,
Davido did I think almost 3 months intensive workout. I was on the stage, so I was seeing that. Well, I think it was about going on tour, and that was before.
I think they need to make it a lifestyle. Than just getting it before going on tour and all that.
But then
otherwise
it all comes back to what we are saying, that when you come on stage and then you sound tired, you come on stage and you can't even control your breath, it affects your performance too.
Of course.
Of course.
And the people feel that. The people feel the energy. When you're tired, it makes them feel tired. You know, they can't give you the same response you want. So artists need to take these things seriously, and that is where the gospel people sort of have an advantage. For most of them, they sing every Sunday, so live performance, and they are used to it. But a lot of these rappers and singers outside the studio, they only perform when they are booked. So when they are not getting bookings, there's no live performance. So they are so they are waiting. But the gospel people, Charlie, this pastor will invite you. Your church needs you. So for them, you give them the mic, you can go to sleep. You know they'll get it done. So.
This is not a song, this is therapy. Even through the love, I see the jealousy. So many times I won't want to be talent, but I'm swimming and I do cool. Look at you with the legacy. Yeah. Maybe I'm crazy, but you haven't shot me. But when I saw when they go playing you, but each and every time, I'm a colleague, even so, they will issue it. I'm not going to say, yes, I won't have the video, but I see the bigger picture. Second, to share the perfect mixture. I swallow all the beat. So this time I have a letting you be done. Time the cue for this.
Stay awake, rise and shine on YFM. YFM 102.5.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of Sarkodie's performance, trying to make you understand what NY was driving at. That rappers, it's what's a rap
back
like?
To back.
Exactly. Like it's like you're talking, like I'm here. It's like I'm talking continuously for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not singing. No.
Yeah.
Singing, you get some time to even breathe. But rapping, especially when you're a fast rapper.
Yeah.
Like Sarkodie. That's why I'm playing Sarkodie.
And the timing is key when they're rapping. So when you lose the breath control, you miss the timing. Sounds off.
And I was playing this for you to understand something. I mean, it's live. He's done it so many times, but then he still feels like, you know, there's something he needs to do better.
Yeah.
When you listen to him, it's hard for you to feel his breath.
Yeah. In between the lines.
In between, yes. It's hard for you to feel as a But when he started, there were times he'll be rapping and he'll be
that's what I'm saying. Like he takes it seriously.
Yes.
First point. He takes it seriously. He takes the live performances seriously. And he takes that as part of his craft, so he works at it. The same way his fashion sense has improved, his live performances have improved.
Exactly.
Other artists don't take that seriously. They take their studio work seriously. So it's what it is.
It brings me back to last meet's performance.
Yeah.
There was so much. The
stagecraft.
The stagecraft was on point. It was beautiful. it was
from the sofa.
It was beautiful. The concept was beautiful.
For me, at the point, I thought say be almost shooting music video.
It was beautiful. It was very nice. You know, the whole I mean concept was to, you know, like connect with the song.
Yeah.
Friday night, boys are texting you, Charlie MP.
Yeah.
It was on point.
Yeah.
But then
the idea was fantastic.
Everything that comes in the performance is important.
Oh yeah, every element is important.
So all focus on just the, how do you call it, the concept, whatever, and forget about the voice itself, which is actually the main component of the song or of the whole thing, the performance.
Yeah.
You're getting it wrong. Now let's look at time. That was what I wanted us to talk about. NY. Akwesi was asking you to, you know, tell us about something. I mean, with your experience, performances at events, event shows and all that. We've seen the BETs, we've seen the Grammys. A certain Kendrick Lamar can get 20 minutes. Some Jay-Z and somebody can get like 5 minutes or 4 minutes. Doesn't matter. Has it got to do with who's reigning, who's hot at the moment?
A lot of things come to play as to why a particular artist is selected to perform
longer
on
than
the night
else.
of an event, and the duration they are given.
Okay.
Like you said, in a year when Black Sheriff perhaps has been the biggest artist or whatever, you expect that he'll be giving a particular time slot. Either it could be just 5 minutes, but he could be the opening act. That could make everybody go like wow, to set off the tone for the event. Or he could be the last performer because everybody will be anticipating, will still want to sit back and wait. I've seen people complain about the time that was given to, and I think that's an agenda by the table of men.
That's what this conversation is coming from.
By the table of men, about the duration or the time that was allotted the gospel artists who introduced the show or who opened the show. The few, how come other artists like Sarkodie and all those had longer times than the gospel artists did? I mean, it's okay to want to raise these conversations, but you see, at
There's
times
plenty mischief over there.
at times we tend to play politics with some of these and say, okay, because here gospel artists in Tinia man a short time, and because of when we say in Tinia mom this time, and then again the awards are geared towards the secular artists. If it's geared towards the secular artists, and you're more than if you think that, you see, these are some of the arguments or the way I'm raising it, I don't get it. If you think that awards are geared towards secular artists, then don't be a part. Tell them we don't want to be a part of it.
Yes, you can.
They have the National Gospel Music Awards. Follow that one. They say that is for you. Do you get it? But here's the case. You've had Joe Metal win the Artist of the Year. He didn't complain.
No one said anything.
And even with that one, the whole Christian community rallied behind Joe Metal for him to win. Diana Hamilton also had that same support. The Church of Pentecost rallied for support for her to win. The same thing happened with PACS. The Church of Pentecost rallied for support. Unfortunately, that one, it was last minute. It was just like a week to the event. Do you get it? All these things, then when it's done, you come back and say the awards are geared towards the secular artists. So now what do you want them to do? Give the gospel artists 10 minutes? Even with the secular artists, some of them had 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Episode and the other ones had just...
Do you get it? Some of them had shorter times. So why then don't you say, okay, why then did they give this person 10 and give the other secular artist 2-3 minutes? Why?
Why has the conversation...
You may want to say, Charlie, give us some extra time. Maybe if in the middle of the performance or whatever. But like I said, a lot of things come to play as to why certain artists will be chosen for certain nights. When they come to do an event in Kumasi, obviously you look at the target audience, you look at your market, you look at what they want, then you select the artist. If you're going to do an event on campus and you want to take Abreche Kofi Same to go and play for students who are aged between 18 and 20 something, what are you doing? Do you get it? And you're looking at the VGMAs. How many people above 40 or whatever sat back to watch the VGMAs late into the night? They know their target audience. They know what they want. The gospel artists had the biggest song, the biggest gospel song, and you wanted to introduce your new song. Do you get it? That all-star performance, that was a new song they were introducing. So it was a big platform, a good spot for them to highlight it. Black Sheriff introduced that song at the 3 Music Awards, and boom. Do you get it? You wanted to introduce your song using that platform. You did that. So what else were they waiting for? They wanted another performance from Joe Metal, another one from Obapa Christie, another one from Brother Same, or what?
Maybe the same time given to Blacko or Sarkodie.
Well, see, honestly, for me, it's not a bad call. But let's stop the argument about gospel and secular. That's where I don't get it. Let's stop the argument about gospel and a gospel for the moment I say and a secular artist. You gospel artists and secular, and at times they tend to portray themselves as if they are from God. All the others are from the devil. But these same gospel artists here, we work with them all the time. We know the things they are doing. There are things that these secular artists even abstain from that these gospel artists are doing. So I enjoy that perception, trying to make it look like okay, I'm secular and no. If you want to call for the fact that okay, Charlie, give us more time. That is well allowed. Argue it out. Why do you think you deserve more time? Do you get it?
It should be devoid of
exactly.
These,
trying to argue and say we're a gospel now, we're a secular artist. No, that for me that doesn't cut it.
So basically, with respect to the question I asked, I think each year or each performance has a reason why certain times
giving that time slot
to like he mentioned Blacko.
I think it's all about what the organizer thinks the value of the artist is to that event.
Exactly.
So if you feel like you're being undervalued, argue your case out. Don't make it about whatever, like he's saying. You know, it's all about what's the...
I'm going to say this. Sarkodie, for whatever reason, a lot of event organizers tend to like him for a particular reason.
Why?
He invests into his performance.
Oh yeah.
He invests into. See, there are moments where he's being billed for a show. He tells them, "There's the kind of set I want."
Yes.
Blah blah blah. They can't afford it, and he pays for that to be done because he knows what it means for him and his craft. Yes,
he actually.
There are times he's paid for some of these stuff for his own set. Because he wants it delivered in a particular way. How many artists do that?
We don't hear about these things.
Do you get it? So most of the times, when you see event organizers try to rope in, you remember? Do you know how long 3 Music had actually waited to have Sarkodie perform on that stage with a particular kind of, stagecraft? But it wasn't working because almost all the time he was not available, or he needed something that we could not provide or make at that time. So at times you sit back and you think, oh, it's just about the performance. You've just seen him do that. But it goes beyond. So many things we don't hear. It goes beyond.
People need to understand. Let me make this analogy. In a normal year, take the other performers, right? And the people in the auditorium. Would they pay to go and see them outside the VGMA? How many of the performers who performed will people pay to go and see them outside the VGMA?
I just 2 or 3 people.
Good. So you look at those.
I'll definitely not pay for a last minute performance.
Good. So look at those people that people would ordinarily pay for. That they are coming to see at the VGMA. They are the ones bringing more value to the event.
Exactly.
It's just like that. So if I was going to pay 500 cedis to see Sarkodie, and I'm going to get Sarkodie at the VGMA, then the VGMA is to make sure it's worth my while coming to the VGMA. It just makes sense that way. And sorry, not to go back, but talking about the performances, I forgot King Promise. For some reason, his performances for large crowds doesn't really excite me. He tends to shout sometimes, and it doesn't work sometimes. In smaller crowds, I've seen him perform fantastic. I feel maybe his songs are not cut out for such large crowds who are ready to jam and stuff like that. Maybe
in front of.
I don't know. I don't know what the issue is.
Adele does love songs, breaking songs, but
I don't know. So I don't know what the issue is really. But anytime it's a big stage and he has to perform, there are issues there. I feel like there's something his team has to watch out for. And the gospel acts. Let me premise this thing I'm about to say by saying that I'm a Christian.
Of course.
Got nothing against the gospel.
GMAs don't consider. They only consider them gospel, and they forget about. You see,
but they liked it.
This brings. That's the affirmative action you are talking about.
They liked it.
This brings me to an argument I've always had and said that gospel in itself should not be
a genre.
No,
it shouldn't.
You get it? Because
there are hip hop songs that
once that one is created for you, once that one is created for you, you're being boxed.
Yes,
right. And that's what they're experiencing now, and they now want to be in the high life.
You've been in there for 24 years.
They're being boxed, and it's the same thing happening to. And I'm sorry to digress a little bit, but Afrobeats is getting that same treatment at the international awards.
Yeah, everything from Africa is being boxed.
Sometime in the past, hip hop was like that. A hip hop song wouldn't be in the song of the year category in terms of the Grammys.
Yes.
But you have hip hop song of the year.
Yes.
That was all you could do. But now you can have a hip hop album winning album of the year. So now hip hop is mainstay.
Yeah.
Till you get to that point, you are not there. And the people
transcend from.
And the people need to be. They don't have to be comfortable with this affirmative action, and they begin giving a spot so that they know it's reserved for them. And
could you and Tree will come and do spread his love, spread his love, spread his love. Everybody everywhere needs. This is love. He's preaching about love. He's preaching about whatever. But a gospel artist will come and say, "Shake it, to mommy, shake it." I know they're gospel.
Yeah.
I mean, who are we?
So let's do this. Do you think they should, like what they are calling for right now, they are crying out right now that they should be involved in
all the categories?
Because I mean, they have a point. Artist of the year, we don't do overall artist of the year for gospel artists. They are all put in one category. So Jometo will be there with Sarkodie and all that.
But I think this is quite recent though, to be honest with you.
Of course,
it wasn't a rule, but it was by convention. They were not in there.
Yeah.
Oh really?
They were not in there.
Wow.
Oh, you take like first 10 years, 15 years, they were not in there.
Makes sense.
Because naturally they were not making it out there.
Makes sense why no gospel act had won it before Joe Metal.
Yeah.
It's quite recent.
Yes, where some gospel artists were bigger than, like Esther Smith for some time. I mean,
I'm sure. I mean, if she was,
there were years where
if it was like current, she would have.
Yeah. So many other gospel artists. Omania Champozinko.
I mean, some of them have had big songs and
big
impact throughout the years.
So I think it's an evolving. I mean, award scheme. Every year there's something that happens. There are some things they review, and then bring certain. I mean, people's involvement into some of the categories. So let's see. Maybe from next year, they would be evolving these songs.
What they are asking for when it starts, or if it starts, they should be ready to go through the motions. When they start putting them among the circle, as easy as they think, it will take time. Their quality has to improve before they can match up.
I think it's a good call from them, but then again, like Kwesi is saying, have they really thought through this thing? Are they ready for it? Because imagine Ohima Mensa winning High Life Song of the Year. How would she feel? Would she want to be
okay with that?
Tagged as a high life artist? Because for them, all they know is that may gospel.
Whether it's reggae or it's hip hop or whatever.
Gospel no more. It's
like hip hop.
It's a message they are putting on a beat.
On a beat, yeah.
What rhythm is it? What beat is it? Is it hip hop? Is it hip life? There's this Nicki Minaj and I've forgotten the lady's name. I'm getting ready. Tasha Cobbs.
Yeah.
That's a rap gospel song. Let's not forget, was it the Grammys or the BETs where Snoop Dogg won the gospel album of the year and all that?
Yeah.
In Ghana, it would have been a taboo for Snoop Dogg to win a gospel album of the year. Like how?
But
because already you're judging the song you free bon something.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So are we ready to accept some of these things? When they are ready to accept that, okay, you can now nominate us, because some of these gospel songs, they are either reggae or
usually reggae. Ghanaian gospel songs usually reggae.
I keep mentioning
reggae high life. Reggae high life.
Quality Amapiano.
Exactly. Scotty Vance is doing Afrobeat Amapiano and all that.
And it sounds good.
You want to box him only into gospel.
Y102.5, it's Rise and Shine, still wrapping up already. It's 8:40, but then we have to talk to you. VGMAs last week, what do you have to say? We are opening it up, not limiting it to just one side of it. So if you want to talk about the performances, you want to talk about, maybe if you guys say like this guy for win, you called into the show. 0246 807 545. This is a song cycle. I mean, business not best one here discuss here. Brian Cheng, free luxury light. You will come here do Upseat Prudential Plaza, first floor, Mrs. Anoche Plaza. For 0240 152204 0240 152204 0240 152204 0240 152204 and I'll be to me 0248 315 258 0248 315 258 0248 315 258 0248 315 258. Some people spend their lives trying to be rich. I mean, not just some people, all of us. We can get that money. Other people are born that way, not because of what they have, but because of where they come from. Choose the fresh mineral water that's made naturally rich by the same African soil that made you Voltic. We say own your richness. The new Voltic bottle there. Wow. See the bottle. Nice bottle. Brandon, everybody. The bottle is sexy bottle.
It's important.
Oh yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's just, I wouldn't say it's just water, but it's water. Water isn't that hard to find.
Yeah.
So if somebody's going to buy your water at that price point, there should be something else about it.
Yeah. All right. 846 0246. Sorry for the calls you've already missed. 0246 807 545. This our review of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards happened last week, and we'll be looking at some of the performance. Keep it snappy.
Yeah. Vote to know 70. I think. Vote to know 70%.
Vote near day.
Vote to know 60%, and I panel 40%.
No, it's 30, 40.
Yeah, 30, 34. But I vote to know for clarity sake, at least. Sanka ya twa was vote we not saying na we anya
Okay, so you are actually suggesting saying Kaomon display the results for every category.
Like how they do the Ballon d'Or voting.
Display.
Okay, and why are you saying something?
I think for the past few years, after every year they display. There was a year be a confusion by, so they displayed it, but people still doubt and say, "Moana conjure figures." How would we know?
Yeah,
you know.
Okay, so sana ka wo person come here no.
For clarity's sake.
For clarity's sake, okay.
Yeah. But for clarity's sake, why can't there be a way where you see it? Like when the voting starts, you can go and you can see the graphs.
Okay, so as you
vote, you can go and see
that would take away the suspense and everything on the awards.
But that's just 30% of it.
Yeah.
So then what if at the end of the day we come back and we tell you somebody wins and you're still doubting, but we can't show you the academy votes and the board votes and all that.
But that's why people doubt, because if after the thing you come and show me the votes like
afterwards. Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Hey, I'm Kenan Mega.
Okay, and Ananus, what would you like to touch on with the award show?
Not this opportunity to my card. I'm concerning that one star now. Both no minister. The same star. Because we VGMA almost about the 10 years. The same star now. Like then, like it's too boring. I think it's a lot of different stuff.
All right, we get you. There's so much noise where you are, but then I get where he's coming from. The things I was actually talking about.
Same questions, all that.
Yeah,
same questions every day.
And, you know,
same questions every day.
But to be honest with you, not everybody sees that as boring.
Oh yeah.
For people who have watched it over and over, you realize that somebody has been watching the VGMAs for like just 2-3 years. They're excited about it. So to be honest, it might not be for everyone, that feeling of it's boring and all that. There are people who are new to this, 18, 17-year-olds who are super crazy about what they saw.
But I mean, I think we all aspire to be the best.
Better,
we look at best practices.
Exactly. Yeah.
See, look at not to boast of what 3 Music did, but let's ask ourselves,
please boast
what 3 Music did, what 3 Music brought into the industry, and how things changed all of a sudden with the VGMA stage.
Yeah, they pushed them to
you get it? So you should always aim for the best.
One thing I also that happened on the night that it bomb is small and it keeps happening every year. Is it necessary? Is there any point in letting us know that GNPC are the ones who collated everything?
It's very
they
important.
Have to present it on stage and
for credibility,
of course.
I guess.
Because listen,
do you know that took like 5 minutes?
What's the name of the company? I want to get it
KPMG.
right. KPMG.
Sorry,
KPMG.
That's GPNC.
No, it's KPMG.
Okay,
KPMG is an international. They have a big repute for data and statistics and all that. So when they hand that over to you, they are trying to tell you, listen, this is coming from a very credible and authoritative source. Because for me, as a board member, no, I'm an academy member, a voting member for the VGMAs. The mail I received to vote came in from KPMG.
So
now, when I'm done voting, it means they have that data. My
point is, should there be a whole ceremony for this
to repeat it every time?
Maybe that could be
maybe not, because I'm thinking that whichever international awards we watch, Grammys, Oscars, they're also verified by certain people. But they don't need to mention them.
I get a big bag.
I get where you're getting from.
Maybe it's some sort of.
You get my point, right?
Maybe it's a contract. It's a sort of promotional
some mileage for them,
for them as a company, for the
maybe they are doing it at a discounted rate or as a barter.
Some other way of
just the screen something pops up on the screen.
Because it took like 4 minutes because they were waiting for them to come on stage.
Like I get you, that whole act is not even exciting. It's
and then again, Makoke Kumante announce the winner and make it go. I feel now over my closing prayer.
I have a question though. Shatawale, is he part of the scheme still, or he has opted out? What's the situation with him?
I think they had a conversation and they were supposed to be part, but their conversations didn't end well.
So as it stands now, he's not part.
They have recalled him, but then he
is not ready for
interest on rejoining.
Yeah.
So he's not part.
Yes.
No, he's not part. You miss him?
I don't really.
And why do you miss him?
Shatawale had a video.
Yeah.
No, for me, I don't know what exactly it is.
Mafino.
No, Mafino was there.
say like the vibe he brings when he's part of the awards team.
Obviously there will be news around him. For industry, you ask, would the news be positive? Would it be something inspiring for the industry, or would it be something that would take us back? I mean, let's not forget, almost every time Shatta Wale has been at the VGMAs, there's been some sort of
controversy.
Do you get it? I mean, the first year when he thought he deserved an award and Kaki won, that was when the whole Shatta Wale thing started. And then say, okay, you're not going to be a part. At some point, himself and Sarkodie decided to mount their own shows the same day the VGMAs were happening.
Yeah, the beach,
and he even decided to drive past the venue. And and then okay, whatever it is, we come back, we have a conversation, and then Stonebwoy is going to he says, I'm going to congratulate my brother
with my boys.
With my boys. And then there's another wahala, and he said, okay, we don't want you on the awards again, we've banned the two of you. Then he said, we go and talk again, and he said, I've missed
because
him.
now Stonebwoy is back and he's not. I just wanted to be clear whether he's back on the scene.
If I miss him, if I miss him, he will break. If only he will come back and be a good boy. But you can't trust Shatta Wale.
Promise that.
Exactly.
All right, so thank you so much. I think anything. Sorry for the cause. We are behind time. We can't answer any more calls. Akwesi, I would like you to wrap up for us in less than a minute. And everything. Looking forward to next year's one.
Hopefully next year gets better. Hopefully they listen, because I get that vibe that as much as it has Ghana on it, the organizers really, really deep down feel like it's a private event. I get that feeling. And so as whether they will listen or not is, you can't really tell. So it's like, we are doing this. You want to be part, fine. You don't want to be part, well, we don't really care. That's the vibe I get. But hopefully they listen more. I think not to knock the VGMAs or anything, like they've done a fantastic job doing this for how long they've done it.
24 years, man.
Right? Doing this for how long they've done it. The first VGMA, I watched that and I was like in, I don't know, class 6 or something like that. And they've kept it up till now. It is no joke to do that. So I appreciate that very much. But let's get better. It's like the premium award scheme in the music industry at the moment. So let's keep it there. Let's keep it there. It has Ghana on it. That's my issue with it. It has Ghana on it. 3 music awards is 3 music awards. It doesn't have that national vibe, as in terms of the name,
the tag.
In terms of the tag. But this is Ghana Music Awards. If somebody from outside Ghana doesn't know about Charterhouse or anything, they feel like this is a state thing. They might think that. So they are called to duty in terms of standards and doing stuff right. It's much higher than everybody else.
There's so much expected from them.
So
yes. All right. Anyway.
Yes, so congratulations to all the winners, to VGMA Charterhouse for doing such an incredible job. With my experience with 3 Music, I know it's not easy, and so I know they've done a lot of work, and we only hope for the best, because Charlie, this is the industry we find ourselves in. If it goes well, it goes well for all of us. If it crumples, we all also come down with it. So congratulations to them, and hope that the subsequent ones will get better. At least looking forward to 25th. That's a quarter of a century, right?
Yeah. So I think that would be big.
Yeah, I hope that gets better.
That would be big.
And then again, I feel as a circle the Abre or VGMA.
So you think again?
Oh, not like he will come again, but
I get that vibe too. I feel like
why they were so in, especially when it has to do with the VGMA stage.
Yeah, and I feel like even the organizers of the awards, they've sort of put him in a different space,
a category on his own.
That's how I feel.
Just like Samini with the VGMAs too.
That's how I feel, because I feel like there's been years after he won 2 of the Artist of the Year. There's been years that he could have won, but they felt like, oh, let's give the chance.
No, Messi has how many times?
I get 7, that vibe. Right? Sometimes I feel
if I deserve it, give it to me.
I deal with party film panka, but
I'm sure the performance in the crowd is more like, Charlie, you come and pass through for us.
It's true.
I
get that.
Okay, thank you so much, NYDJ. Thank you so much, Akwesi, for joining us. Next week Friday we'll do it again. For everyone who came through on Twitter, appreciate you. This one said the panelist K official, NY DJ, and my brother sitting next to NY, really educating and enlightening us. Keep the good work. All right, thank you so much for that too. So this one here, a wonderful birthday wish going out to Abena Depa of St. Monica's College of Education in Mampong. Messages, we love her so very much, and we pray for God's blessings and favor upon her life. Many happy returns. It's from her family, schoolmates, and agri more. Also, this weekend, that's tomorrow, China, Friday Mamponte, that's where we're going. Sims White House, or Friday Mamponting, the funeral for Mrs. Doris Osei Badu, aka Mama Sewa and Powerful, and her grandpa, you could see, for doing it for the whole team. And that's family house for looking forward to helping their brother find a nice way of burying or saying goodbye finally to